Apple just announced the new features it's brewing for the iPad, and they are... yeah, they're okay. Seriously though, those of us who are secretly, and not so secretly, hoping to see something like, I don't know, Final Cut Pro for the iPad, will be kinda disappointed. It just seems that with each new iteration of iPadOS, Apple insists that this is the wingman to your iMac or MacBook instead of letting it spread its own wings. Why did you give it an M1 chip and 8 gigs of RAM then? Let's start with the biggest upgrade, and that's the way multitasking is going to work. Now, slide over and split view are already pretty useful on the iPad, for sure, but they were still very limited by what you have in your app dock. Well, now there's this new multitasking button up here, and when you press it, you can enter slide over or split view mode, and you can pick from virtually any app on your iPad. Additionally, see this icon on the dock here? Yes, the app library. Also known as the app drawer for you Android folk, it has made its way to iPadOS and it can be conveniently accessed from the dock at all times. Also, and that's a feature I've been wishing for a while now, when you are in the app switching mode like this, you can hold an app and drag it on top of another app to instantly create a split view screen. Want to split them up again? You can do the reverse. At any time, if you want to exit split view, you can tap the multitask button on the top and select full screen, or just do the old-fashioned swipe one of the apps away. There's also yet another way to manage your app windows too. Apple calls it the shelf. Say, if I open a website link in a new window, I have two instances of Safari loaded up in the iPad's RAM. I can swap between them by accessing the shelf. I do this by tapping the multitask button on the top. Yeah, it looks a bit convoluted, and I do have to admit it took me a hot second to get my brain wrapped around all the ways I can access multitasking now. But in the end, these features were sorely needed to enhance the iPad's workflow, and I can see them working out for the better. Apple also said that there will be keyboard shortcuts to make these multitasking shortcuts even easier to access. On to the next big thing. The home screen has gotten another overhaul. Now, you probably remember that on iPadOS 14 you can select whether you want your home screen to have more apps on it or bigger icons and thus fewer apps. That's a no-brainer. Nobody likes to have fewer apps on their huge iPad displays, right? Well, that option is gone now, and Apple has chosen a happy medium for some reason. It looks weird. It's a 6x4 grid now instead of being 6x5, and it grinds my gears. Why? Why was this done? In other news, the sticky today view is gone again. You can still switch to it by swiping all the way to the left, but it's not persistent like before, and that's probably because iPadOS 15 gets new widgets. The new widgets also get new sizes. It only makes sense that the big iPad screen will have bigger widgets to play with. And as with the iPhone, you can place them anywhere between your apps on each of your home screens. So yeah, it kinda makes sense that the Today view is now redundant. This here is the new Safari. As you can see, it looks much cleaner. A lot of clutter has been removed from the buttons on the top. Like, the only thing that I really miss here is that you have a reload button hidden behind this more options thingy. You can organize your tabs in groups. Just tap here and you see all of your groups. This is synchronized across all of your iCloud devices, so your groups will sync with your Mac and with your iPhone. Notes has gotten another minor bump in features too. For one, shared notes now have mentions and tags, so you can more easily get notified when something in a shared document needs your attention, and you can filter notes by topic. The new Quick Notes feature is really cool. You take your Apple Pencil and you swipe in from the bottom right corner of the screen. By the way, Apple, you may want to add an option to swipe from the left corner of the screen for, left-handed people. As you can see, you get a windowed note here where you can scribble or type. You can swipe it away to hide it for a bit or press done when you're finished. The finished note goes into your Notes app and can be accessed on your iPad or your other iCloud devices. Anyway, here's what's really cool about Quick Notes. It is context aware. So if I'm looking at this page on PhoneArena.com, I can take a quick note and add a link to the page with just one tap. Now, every time I return to this exact page, my quick note will pop up. The same can be done for photos in the Photos app, specific emails, etc. I can scroll through all of my quick notes easily by just swiping left or right on them. I can grab text from the main window and just drag it into the quick note. Or I can highlight this text with this option. The highlighted text is quoted within the quick note. When I tap it, the iPad goes to the exact page and exact paragraph the text was taken from. Basically, quick notes is system-wide and it makes it really easy for you to research stuff like what new guitar to buy or where to go on your next vacation, or even when you're studying for a paper. Then there's the new universal control feature. It's kind of an evolution of the sidecar feature we had before, but this time around, instead of the iPad being a second screen to your Mac, it kind of works in complete sync with your Mac. What I mean is, you take your mouse from your Mac and you scroll all the way to the right, and then the mouse will jump over to the iPad. From this point onward, your mouse and your keyboard from your Mac can control the iPad completely. Not only that, but you can grab a file, like a picture, drag it back into the Mac and it will just copy like that. It works with multiple iCloud devices in series and it kind of looks awesome. And of course we get all the cool new features that iOS 15 gets, like focus mode, which is an enhancement of do not disturb, like scheduled notifications, and system-wide translate. This is all we have on the iPadOS 15 for now. Like and subscribe for more cool news and follow PhoneArena.com for future developments. See you next time.